Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Bring it on!
Wanted to.
Another test subject.
Ring cutter, throw my sword! Time to act. Come on out.
Free
Right
ride.
now, emerge. Nothing lasts forever.
Fry! I got careless. Fry!
Confess!
Done.
That was double. Hunter becomes.
My intuition tells me that something very interesting is...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the adventure.
That's close enough.
A new punching.
Stabilize! Feeling lucky today?
New punching.
Show them. Right now.
I'll be back.
I'm always watching.
We'll meet again.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for... This realm... If you ever...
Solidify!
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate. Come on out. Right here. Right now.
Hurts!
Confess!
No, my sword! Right here, right now. Transgressions! Winter shall eventually come. I'll bring my seasonings!
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Can't fool me! Bring it on!
Time for retribution! Stabilize! Order guide you!
Nice and spicy!
Fracture!
Boba, get them!
Solidify! This is order!
Bring it on! Confess!
Stabilize!
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Gather! Verdict is...
Fracture! Cyclone!
Solidify! I will have order!
Eat this! Nice and spicy!
Bring it on! You don't want to do this. I got a situation.
Stabilize!
Truth hurts!
Gather!
Boba, get them!
Verdict is...
You're toast! At the frying pan, into the fire!
Stabilize! Order guide you!
Cyclone! Bring it on!
Gather!
Boba, get them!
Time for retribution!
You're toast!
Confess!
This is order! Verdict is... It hurts! Keep moving!
Have you ever heard of the case of the vengeful spirit of Dragon Spot?
The campaign begins. I won't hold you back. Much. There is no escape!
Time for retribution!
Solidify! Order guide you!
I'm going in! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
This is order!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Verdict is... Time for retribution!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Order guide you!
Everybody stand back! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! The Winter Shogun approaches. Clear skies can do...
I'm on the case.
This is order! I will have order. Solidify.
Verdict is... Truth hurts! Cyclone!
Gather. This is order.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Hey!
Order guide you.
Confess! Bring it on!
Stabilize.
Burn!
Going in!
Solidify. I will have order.
Fracture! Cyclone!
Stabilize.
Verdict is... Confess!
Another test subject.
Solidify.
Huh?
I'm ready.
Everybody stand back!
Truth hurts! Cyclone!
Suffocate. You win. Suffocate.
Get out of here! Adventure time! Adventure time!
Let me try. This! Stabilize! This is order! Solidify!
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us. Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the Academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the Academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two! Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Al-Haytham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I disliked to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do.
we've only checked off one, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out.
For the next interview.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. Let's go. Time is against us.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Need to end a few enemies?
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilyas! Where'd he go?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults. All for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read minds this whole—
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilyas was
connecting.
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The Collective Consciousness project is already complete, and Ilyas is now returning to the Collective. Not entirely.
Strange. That doesn't seem right. Maybe we need to use 2 keys at once.
Here you are. Here you are.
Stabilize!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Keep moving!
It's completely different from what Ilias said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Oh, Hatham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
You could have played hero any time, so why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer, but he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
both keys with us.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That Giga Jerk! No, Siraj is the real Giga Jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him explain himself!
Here you are.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here. To throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the Hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that Giga Jerk!
Giga Jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You!
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this. As it is fact, it is natural for social creatures to congregate together. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony. Welcome to the hive. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about, but I didn't give up.
When we arrived...
Oh, you noticed that? The answer is the academia. The collective consciousness links all of us into everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas? Why?
You two are just as arrogant as all Hatham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do. Al-Haytham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilyas returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it! Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj! Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already?
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Hey, Alhaitham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can!
Solidify!
Don't blink!
Fracture!
Flicker. Diffract!
Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Gather!
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective.
Stabilize!
Here you are. The process of elimination. He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong with the Academia. The Mach.
Solidify!
Here you are.
Fract! What's going on? What's with this sudden influx? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Flicker.
Gather!
Nowhere to hide.
Here you are.
Tidal wave! Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Was there an error in your judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Jiraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? Not necessarily.
Don't blink! Hey! Incoming!
Here you are.
Scatter!
With sword comes shadow.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36. What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because, for example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt,
which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along. But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia to stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start! You lied to us too!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, All-Hatham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans. What came over me?
We were
Whether he's the scribe.
We can discuss the future later. I didn't feel anything. Siraj made us hate Al-Haytham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Al-Haytham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Al-Haytham, but whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter...
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Al-Haytham.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth, but I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice, but I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Al-Haytham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry. Also, please apologize to Al-Haytham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Al-Haytham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the Academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino. Let's go meet up with Al-Haytham.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but...
Hey! We're not your... What? You're not leaving today until you explain what...
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding...
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the Academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no.
What? You're embarrassed?
Oh, you guys are...
Yes we are, but keep that
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all...
Hey!
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen it.
But...
okay, well...
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
You seem like you got a...
Are you serious?
What? That was a normal...
Still...
What? Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, Oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Suraj presented his thesis. The first, as I've already said, was that the second was that I thought the...
Wait, that's too conservative?
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test. The optimal solution to which...
That's way too dangerous.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Suraj had done that, it's impossible for any... That's why the academia...
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity...
What about you?
At least I'd be a fungus. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what...
Sort of.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You...
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and...
You whisper very loud.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
let Paimon think.
I bear them no ill will. More, to some extent, they were all...
Ilias also keypod?
It doesn't matter. I never considered... Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than... I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll...
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. Oh, yeah? You only started, but after meeting Siraj...
I had no interest in... I now understand the reason. Correct. The fact that Suraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of... As the acting Grand Sage, in addition, what happened to Ilya...
Paimon understands now.
I think minimum viable
Wait, you...
Yes. I don't think Suraj knew what he'd do then.
But...
I'm not suited to... If I serve as acting Grand Sage for 2, it's important to...
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's got...
See ya.
The name Suraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the...
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that paint.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you...
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy...
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier! What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine! Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure! You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course!
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out.
What? The name Suraj doesn't ring a...
He isn't some...
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm...
And I suppose that...
Again, that's...
But my salary...
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his...
You... I took time out of...
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to...
What? Are you trying to annoy me to...
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine!
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming feature?
Artistry, for...
So I'll have to bring you...
Of course!
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be not...
Pretending that you're not...
Speaking of which, your friends won't...
There's no need to...
What? The name Suraj doesn't ring a...
He isn't someone who would leave an impression.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm...
And I suppose...
Again, that's...
But my salary...
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from...
You... I took time out...
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to...
What? Are you trying to annoy me?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine!
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features?
Artistry,
So I'll have to bring you...
Of course!
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be not...
Pretending that you're not...
Speaking of which, your friends won't...
There's no need to...
What?
Order guide you.
Don't blink! Hey! Amber, reporting.
Come on, don't keep me waiting. No time to lose. Yeah!
I will have order.
Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Can't move me! Who's next? No time to lose.
It's all coming out now.
Stabilize!
Incoming! With sword comes shadow.
Tidal wave. Shouldn't let your guard down. Confess!
Solidify! This is order!
Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide! Speed up!
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Quake! You are not welcome here.
Now you're testing my patience.
Bring it on.
Nothing to fear. I will have order.
Keep moving.
With sword comes shadow.
Will.
Incoming.
Solidify!
Yeah, brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
I'm sick of this. Speed of light. Hey!
Confess!
This is order.
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
It hurts!
neutralized. Let's end this now. Is that all you've got? Pulverize!
Cyclone! Bring it on!
I'm getting
Order guide you.
Tidal wave!
Now you're testing
Couldn't
my
let your guard
patience.
down!
Will meet again.
Yeah! No time to lose. Yeah!
now.